Hey guys, Hambo Investments here. I am going to do, this is going to be a 1 year review and update of Fundrise. As you can tell, this is my second video of the day. If you watch my other one, when I do sometimes 3 videos in a day, you know pretty much it's my off day from work, and I'm trying to catch up on videos. So this is going to be twofold. I'm going to go over a review here in a minute, so stay tuned to that. I'm going to go over pretty much everything within my Fundrise account. But in my previous Fundrise video, I did, I guess I look back, I was kind of complaining about dividends, how they went down this past quarter. And I just want to set it straight that I'm definitely not complaining about anything with Fundrise. I know this is a long-term investment. There is going to be fluctuations in the dividends. But it was the first drop I've had since I've had it this year. So I just wanted to clarify with Fundrise because it ended up being about a 30% drop. Even though my account's fairly small now, 30% it really doesn't notice. It basically went from $1 a day in dividends to 70 to 73 cents a day. So that's about a 30% daily drop. So it is significant, but like I said, I understand this, and it's going to come back, and it doesn't worry me in the least in Fundrise. So let's go over, they did send me a response, so I want to go over that first. I'm going to read their letter to me, and so bear with me and read along as you will. Hi Steve, thanks for reaching out. The recent change in the net asset value was a result of a special dividend declared on the last day of the quarter in a number of our offerings. While our aim is to produce consistent, higher than average dividends over the long term, we anticipate, and investors should expect, that there will be periods when dividends issued may either increase or decrease for a given period as a result of various factors such as, 1, the structure of new acquisitions as we invest opportunistically, okay, I got that one out, into a change in macroeconomic environment, the nature of how we continuously raise capital and acquire new assets, certain factors relating to meeting REIT tax requirements, and our investment strategy. It also bears noting that in certain circumstances, a reduction in dividends may reflect it at a later point as an increase to the NAV, meaning the underlying profit is still being passed along to the investor, just in a different and potentially more tax-efficient form. That said, this cannot be guaranteed. As always, we stress this is a long-term nature of investing with Fundrise and expect that over the projected life term of the investment, these periods of dividend fluctuation will have a relatively small impact on the actual realized returns. For information on special dividend, you can reference our SEC EDGAR filings, which will highlight the most recent dividends for each of our offerings. Tyler. So I mean, that goes over what I know and what I've said. Dividends and the investment itself, no matter what dividend you are or what investment you are, will fluctuate. And this is a illiquid investment, meaning you should expect to hold it for at least 5 years before really considering taking any money out. I have a 10 to 15 year plan on this, so I'm not worried in the least. And this just strengthens my belief in Fundrise that every time I've reached out, and it's only been a handful of times, they always come back with a great response. And it's pretty much, makes me more confident in them as a investment as a whole. So that being said, I want to give a quick shout out to a YouTuber that just made his first video. He's also in Fundrise, and go check out his video. His YouTube name is Millennials Lead the Way. And his account, Fundrise account, is almost $90,000. So I mean, he deserves a great shout out for, doing this investment and getting it so strong. And he kind of motivates me. He's a lot younger than me, millennials. So he's probably in his late 20s or so. But Yeah, give him a shout out. Like I said, it's his first video, and it's a very, gives a good insight of Fundrise as a whole, and it motivates me to try to keep pace with some of the younger investors out there. But not like I had anything to do with him. He was invested in Fundrise a lot longer than I have. But that's why I do these videos, is so I can inspire some of the younger people. And based on some of the comments on my videos, I am inspiring people to invest, and they enjoy the videos, and that's all I want out of these videos. It helps me as well to, kind of be motivated and see how my account's growing. But the main reason is I just want to help people invest young. If I had a Fundrise, I did have, different investments I could have done when I was younger, and I did to some small extent, but if I had Fundrise or some of these investments people have now when I was, 20 years old, would be awesome. So let's get into the Fundrise account. My Fundrise account is at $10,700. And as you can tell, I've been in a little over a year, about a year and a couple weeks. I started with $1,000, and I haven't had any dips in my account. Here I made a pretty decent investment. I think this is when the IPO came out. I got into the IPO, so I put like $2,700 into that, and it's just continually going up. So the quarter just came out, and I have $97.22 in dividends. That's more than double of my last month, as you can see, and it's just a great continual investment, and I highly recommend them. I will leave a link in the description down below. Is a link where it'll just take off some of my advisory fees for them, but it really comes out to cents. My main focus is to show you what's working for me, and guys, do your own research, and if it works for you, then get involved. I will have a link down below if you're interested. So yeah, you can see I went from 16 to 28 to 45. Each quarter, I didn't quite double until this one. So I went from 45 to 97. So it was a great quarter. Here I'm, slightly, complaining about the dividends going down. But this last quarter, even though I didn't make any big deposits, my dividend more than doubled. So yeah, I shouldn't be sweating the small stuff. This is, like I said, long term. Let's go into my account a little bit. Performance. I've been changing my account a little bit around. I do like to, even though I do have a growth account, and I like that Fundrise is depositing in the account and depositing what they think is necessary for my account to grow. I do like to diversify and put things into some of the different funds that I think will help my account as well. Like if my dividends are a little low, I'll invest in some of these higher dividend yields, like the income REIT and income REIT 2, and let Fundrise balance my account by putting them into the different growth ones. So as you can see, that's my percentage. Here's some of my dollar ones. My most successful one has been the Growth REIT 2. Even though they're still ramping up, I've had the most luck with those. So yeah, let's see if there's anything else. I think that's pretty much it, guys. If you have any questions, feel free to leave it down below. I guess the only last thing I'll show you is the IPO, which hasn't changed. I put almost $2,400 into it, and Fundrise says it's worth $2,600 today. And if you have any questions with Fundrise, you can leave them down below. I'll try to answer them. But Fundrise is so good at giving responses, and they're quick. I would send them an email if you have any questions at all. They will answer it 10 times better than I ever could. So happy investing out there, guys. I appreciate all the support, and take care. Bye.